this guy. How are you? Nice to see you.
Nice to
Hi,
meet you. How are you doing,
everybody.
President? How are you?
How are you?
Nice to meet you. God bless you, man.
Movie star.
Thanks so
Gonna
much.
be a movie star, huh?
Thank you.
Good. How are you, everybody? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. This is a great group. This is a great group right here. You don't get better. Good photographer. Right?
Yeah, right?
Huh? Good photographer. That's a nice crowd you have out there.
Yes, sir. Bodega and
Oh, we
Small
have to
Business
invite
Group
them
that we've been
in,
here.
buy the
yeah.
place out, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, great. Nice to see you all.
Thank you.
How the bodega's doing?
Great. I mean, we be having
crime, right?
a lot of crime,
Exactly.
and we really appreciate that you here support because we, the Bodega and Small Business, we be working hard. We be supporting. We launched a campaign in 2020 saying we support the community in the NYPD. We need law and orders. We really appreciate that because we know that you are pro law and orders and you always support the small business.
Right.
So it's not really our.
Well,
you know,
Jose did a great
thank you.
job, right?
Yes, and thank you for visiting our stores, our businesses, our communities, our people.
Well, it's my honor.
It's more than 1,000 words. It's millions of words that care about all Americans.
Yeah, well, it's my honor. I tell you, you guys do a great job.
Thank you.
And bravery, too. Who's this guy over here, though? Now tell me.
I'm the owner of the store.
Good, very good. Good store, right?
It is.
I bet it's a good store.
Yes.
You get a lot in the
That was
small
better once
little
you come in
area.
here.
Huh?
It makes it better when you came in here.
Well,
But
I
he
can't
might be-
get over this guy.
Hey there, Patriots. This is True Outlaw Patriot coming at you with another one. Before I dive into this video, I just want to let all my subscribers know, here I am. Here's the face. Okay. Take a picture, put it on a t-shirt, do whatever you like. The reason why I'm doing this is for a few things, and I just thought that this video fit perfect for me to show my face and start how can I say pushing the content more, okay, of what I stand for, what a lot of Americans stand for. I know what you guys stand for. If you didn't, you guys would not be subscribed to my channel. But before I continue with that, I just want to thank all my new subscribers and all my subscribers here on YouTube and on Rumble. So don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, pass the channel around. If you want to help support the channel, I'll leave the link in my description to my Cash App and PayPal and my merch store, TrueOutlawPatriot.com. Okay, so with that being said, you know, I've been having for months now a lot of my subscribers, a lot of you guys, you know, talking to me, a lot of emails and stuff like that, which is great. A few of yous I've been on the phone with, which is fantastic. I never thought, you know, that it would come to this. And some people may say, well, you know, it's a small channel. Yeah, but you never think about it till you start it. And there was a certain reason why I started this channel, and there was reasons why I didn't want to show my face. Okay, but it's out now, so it is what it is. We're going to move forward, and I'm going to continue. So listening to my subscribers and stuff like that, and listening to family and friends, you know, I've been thinking about it for a while and stuff, and I was like, you know what, you know, I'll figure something out, you know. But then I had a subscriber last night write to me, or 2 nights ago, I believe. I haven't responded back. Hopefully the video is a response to you. You know who you are. But when I seen this video last night, I was like, you know what, I got to. I with everybody telling me to do it, or not telling me to do it, asking me, or just, you know, wanting to know why. After I seen this video, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I have to do it because of something in this video that I'm going to point out. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the beginning. I'm gonna point out a couple of things of what the store owner said and what this gentleman in the middle told Trump. Okay, here we go.
Here they are. This guy. How are you? Nice to see you.
Now I'm going to pause it for a second. It says Trump visits bodega where clerk Jose Alba was hit with murder charges for stabbing an ex-con in self-defense. If anybody remembers this story, it was on the news, it was on video. A female, she had a confrontation with the guy that used to work in this store. Left, her boyfriend came, started slapping the guy around. Things got physical. The store clerk pulled out a knife, stabbed him, killed him. They arrested him on murder charges, even though they dropped the charges after that. But after all that was said and done, in fear of his life, he left back to the Dominican Republic. But he was in New York for about 30 years or something like that. So I guess all the stress got to him, so he just left. What I find disgusting, and everybody else, a lot of people did, was the way the Democrats and the leftists in New York that are in charge, Alvin Bragg and the rest of them, treated the victim as opposed to the person that's committing the crime. But if everybody knows what's going on in this country, it's not surprising. Not one freaking bit is it surprising. Okay? But anyway, when this man, Trump, comes in, okay, listen to what this man
How are you doing,
says.
President? How are you?
How are you? Look
Nice
at
to meet
him.
you. God bless you, man.
Movie star.
Thanks so
Gonna
much.
be a movie star, huh?
Thank you.
Good. How are you?
Okay, we'll play it back just a little bit. Look at the way he addresses Trump, and then look at the look on his son's face.
President, how are you?
How are you? Look
Nice
at
to meet you.
him.
God bless you, man.
Movie star.
Thanks so
Gonna
much.
be a movie star, huh?
Thank you.
Good. How are you, everybody?
Look at the look on his son's face. First, the man shook his hand, he called him Mr. President, and then he told him, God bless you. Look at the look of awe on his son's face. Okay? I mean, look at that. He's amazed that he has seen the President of the United States. Okay? Now, some people may say ex-president. Listen, man, we all know what the deal is. The President of the United States. But let's continue, because I want you to listen to what else this man has to say, and to the guys that are in the suits that are talking to him. Here we go.
Nice to see you. It's a great group. It's a great group right here. You don't get better. Good photographer.
Yeah, right?
Huh? Good photographer. That's a nice crowd you have out there.
Yes, sir. Bodega de
We have
Small
to
Business
invite
Group
them
that
in,
we've been here.
buy the
Yeah.
place out, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, great. Nice to see you all.
Thank you.
How the bodega's doing?
Great. I mean, we be having
crime, right?
a lot of crime, and we really appreciate that you here support, because we, the Bodega de Small Business, we be working hard. We be supporting. We launched a campaign in 2020 saying we support the community in the NYPD. We need law and orders. We really appreciate that, because we know that you are pro law and orders, and you always support the small business.
Right.
So it's not really our.
Well,
you know,
Jose did a great
thank you.
job, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for visiting our stores, our businesses, our communities, our people.
It's my honor.
It's more than 1,000 words. It's millions of words that care about all Americans.
Yeah, well, it's my honor. I'll tell you, you guys do a great job.
Thank you.
And bravery, too. Who's this guy over here, though? Now tell me.
I'm the owner of the store.
Good, very good. Good store, right?
It is.
I bet it's a good store.
Yes.
You get a lot in the
Now it's
small
better once you
area.
come in here.
Huh?
It makes it better when you came in here.
Well, it's a,
Okay, did you hear that? First, this man in the middle explained to him what they campaigned for in 2020, which was law and order, because they know about all the crime that's going on. They're happy that Trump is in. Trump just complimented the store owner, and the store owner told him, it's a lot better since you came in. Okay, now I'm going to play the rest of the video, okay? It's only a little bit, and then I'm going to explain to you why me watching this video made me decide, with what everybody else was telling me, made me decide to now show my face. But let's continue and watch the rest of the video. Here we go.
can't get over this guy, how he looks, huh?
He
Gonna
been
send
robbing
him
so
to
many
Hollywood.
times. He
Huh?
been robbing so many times.
Oh, you've been robbed a lot, huh?
1 month ago, they already was robbed again.
So what do you do? I mean, you just...
I have no choice. I gotta
Isn't
keep
it
up my
crazy?
store.
That's the
Is
insanity.
it almost a way of doing business? You get robbed.
It's starting to.
Now, if you have a gun, what happens?
I
Then
think
they
if I have a
put you
gun,
in
You're
jail.
gonna
You
have
have
a
respect
arrest.
for
You're
me.
gonna go to jail, and
What
then they're gonna
happens?
put it in.
You have a gun. Can you get a license for a gun?
Yeah, maybe we will apply if they allow that.
Right, you can, but the
I'll be
implications
happy,
to
yeah.
defend yourself.
No, it's, I mean, you should be allowed to have a gun.
We should.
If you, by the way, if you had a gun, if they need, you would never get robbed.
Of course, they will respect the store if they see
You'd
what
never
it is.
get robbed. That would be the end of it.
If you use a gun right
Hard
now,
to get
Mr.
it.
President,
Yeah.
and you're defending yourself lawfully,
It means-
you will go to
I
jail.
know. Can
That's
you
the
imagine?
problem.
Yeah, I actually represent Mr. Alba, Jose
Yeah.
Alba, you know,
How did he end up making
in a
money?
civil lawsuit. But what happened was he got arrested. He's been in this country over 30 years. U.S. citizen. He's in the Dominican Republic right now with his family.
Right.
He wanted to be here.
Right.
When Mr. Marte
Did he have a hard time getting
spoke to him, he had a hard time getting in.
Yes, I've been in contact with him, but it was a very hard time to get him today.
Yeah.
But he was very happy to be here with you. You know, we are really pleased with you to come in
I
and to
appreciate
recognize the work that we, the bodegueros, we are always on the lines, on the pandemic wars on the first line. We need to have respect, and we need more public safety. And I really support that anyone who come to support the public safety, we really appreciate it.
And we went from being heroes to being abandoned by our local elected officials.
And the police.
Okay, I'm gonna end it right there. You heard what he just said. What they want, what they need, and you heard this man with the glasses said that they've been abandoned by their elected officials, Democrats. Okay. So now you see what's going on, the way these people feel, okay? Now, I'm going to tell you why, after watching this video, I decided to show my face, on top of what everybody else, you know, putting their input in. I'm just going to go back just a tad, just about right there. Well, let me get rid of Eric Adams' face. Okay. Okay, this man right here in the middle, that man's name is Frankie. I know this man over 25 years from back home in the Bronx. He owned a grocery store off of Webster Avenue, okay, when I was living there. He came from the Dominican Republic with his wife and their 2 little children. At the time they were, what, 4 and 5 or something like that, if I can remember correctly. And it was just him and his wife and his 2 children and some other family and friends that were helping him in the grocery store. Frankie, okay, is the kind of person that came for and has achieved the American dream so much that now he is in charge of the Bodega Association in New York. He represents the bodegas, the small grocery stores. And not only that, he is standing in front of Donald Trump and shaking his hand. Okay? If anybody thinks I'm full of shit, I don't care. I know this man personally. If you people knew my real name and you went to Frankie and told Frankie my name, he'd be like, where he's at? I haven't seen him in so long. He knew I moved to Florida. When I went back to visit, I went to go visit him at the store. Okay, and he was happy to see me. He was like, are you moving back? And I was like, no, I'm leaving the Bronx. I just didn't know that after that this man was going to start moving up in the community and start an organization that was going to help out more store owners. But I should have seen it coming, and I'll tell you why. Because this is the kind of man that Frankie is. When he owned that store, he probably does still own it too. Okay, he would help people out with groceries. He'd let you pay him back whenever whenever you can, whenever you could. There was 2 men in particular that worked in the store. One of them was from the Dominican Republic. The other one was from Mexico. One guy named Azuca and the other guy that we call Mexico. He helped both of them open up their own grocery stores. While working for him, he helped them, taught them the ropes, taught them business, taught them money, finance, whatever it was. Helped them to save money, helped them to get whatever loans they needed to open up more business. Okay? And when you have a man in the background, okay, the guy that looks like he's from the Middle East, go and tell Donald Trump, thank you, God bless you, since you coming in the store, it's going to make it better. What does that tell you about people in New York, how they feel? People may say, oh, this is 2 or 3 people. You're forgetting one thing. This man right here, Frankie, represents a lot of people. And a lot of those people in the Bronx, okay, or in New York, depending on how much he represents, that own these grocery stores, 9 out of 10 times, they're either Hispanic or from the Middle East. I'm sorry, but I'm calling it out. So if he's going to represent them and he's standing in front of Trump and he's saying, listen, this is what we need, thank you so much for coming, you know exactly, read between the lines, what is going on. I guarantee you the Democrats are going apeshit over this, because already on the mainstream media, they're already talking a lot of bullshit about Trump making these rounds and going into the store and visiting the Bronx. Right away, they're trying to make it seem as if, you know what? Oh, this is just a one-off. This was a couple of people in the store. But if anybody watches Lou Valentino's channel, Lou Valentino was here outside in the crowd recording the same thing. This is just, it just so happens when Trump went into the store. But you watch the video on Lou Valentino's channel, he's outside that store, and there's tons of people out there cheering on Trump, and Lou Valentino's out there in the crowd cheering on Trump and recording. Don't believe me? Go to his channel and check him out. But after me watching this, after me watching my friend Frankie, my boy Frankie, shaking Donald Trump's hand, like I said, I did not know that he started that he is part of, either started the organization or grew up in the ranks in the organization in order to represent so many businesses in New York, especially in the Bronx. Okay? And this was a man that came from the Dominican Republic. He wasn't rich, nothing like that. He worked his way up, did what he had to do, did it the right way. His wife and his kids, like I said, I know them. They're all beautiful. I mean, at the time he only had 2 kids. Maybe he has more. I don't know. But everybody in the neighborhood knows Frankie and Frankie's store. If you was going to the grocery store, where you going? Anybody would say, I'm going to Frank's. We already knew where we were going. Everybody knew. Where you at? What store you going to? Going to Frank's. I'm going to Frankie's. What's going on over there? You would just go. As a matter of fact, he would have people, I mean, he had so many people in there that it became a sort of a hangout for people to hang out and just spend a little bit of time after work, talk to each other, everybody from the neighborhood. You could have walked in his store and said, said, Frank, so-and-so up the block said if you can send her a gallon of milk, he'd be like, here, take it. You see what I'm saying? That's the way Frankie was. And that's the way Frankie is. And here he is all these years later, which is not many, but here he is shaking Donald Trump's hand. So for all you leftists out there that are crying, boo-hoo, whining and crying and all this bullshit and all these illegals that are coming in talking about squatting and taking over people's properties and running the system, and that they hate the food and they don't like where they're living and that America owes them, bullshit. Go kick rocks. Go back to your country. Frankie is the epitome of somebody coming here doing it right and achieving the American dream. And once I seen this, I was like, you know what? Okay. That's my boy. Everybody in my channel are my people. I'm not going to hide my face. I know why I started this channel. I know why I started this channel. I don't know if I ever said it or threw some hints about it. But if I didn't, in time, I'll let everybody know. I'm just not ready yet for that. But hats off to Donald Trump. May God bless him. We need him back. Hats off to all these gentlemen in here. Hats off to my boy Frankie. I don't know if he watches YouTube. I'm going to have to call somebody from the block and tell him, say, yo, tell Frankie to hit me up. Give him my number. Let him know that I shouted him out. And if anybody watches this in New York, if there's any way you could support whatever organization that he's in to help these small businesses, do it. One thing about the Bronx, a lot of mom and pop shops exist because of the people in the neighborhood. Okay? It's always been like that. And that's what keeps the communities together. When they respect each other, they know what's at value, they know that this family is running this business and it's vital to the rest of the community, that's how people look out for each other. When you start burning it down and going crazy because the left tells you that it's okay to do it, bullshit. Get out. Get out, because you're destroying people's lives. But I thank God that Trump went to the Bronx, and let me tell you something. If I had to guess, excuse me, this just boosted up his ratings more to get more votes from people in the Bronx. And if any of you leftists out there are watching this, yes, he will get a lot more, since he likes to use the word so much minority instead of American. Yes, he will be getting a lot more of those votes. Mark my words, he will. But anyway, that's what I got for you. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, pass the channel around, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to help support the channel, there's a link in my description to my Cash App and PayPal, and to my merch store, truelopatriot.com. So remember, people, stay vigilant, keep praying for each other, and keep praying for this country. Peace.